Hello everybody, it's me, Dr. Master 892 here, and what an amazing episode we got. I think all of you are probably hyped, and
I wasn't.
and all of you were thought the episode was good. Just tell us in the comments what you think of the episode. And I'm also with.
Who's going first? Me.
I have no idea.
All right, I'm Harry Sex Buddy. Adam. I don't know why, but I'm Harry Sex Buddy.
And I'm not Harry.
That's Harrison Coe, by the way. That's Harry Potter's.
I'm who reviews. You may
you're
not
not.
know me.
You're not who reviews. You're that water creature. You're the flood. You're the flood.
There wasn't much explanation on the water creature, the episode was surrounding.
Actually, no. You're Barry from that episode.
Some moments made me think of Midnight. If you thought,
Oh yeah. Because it was.
So I actually thought it was like a bit of.
It was definitely the Wars of Mars. Definitely.
Oh, James said, "Hey guys, if you like Doctor Who fan films, then please sub to me as I create fan films." And
no free promotion, mate. No free promotion.
no, this is ours.
If you really want good fan films, go to Fan Series Productions. It's got Ed's, it's got yours, and it's got.
Boy, James is doing some advertisement for his channel.
I know, mate.
Oh,
You don't have to pay for that, mate. We'll pay £2 to get Harvey away from the pedo. We all know.
Okay.
I know.
So let's start with we're gonna be talking about the whole episode and first we're gonna talk what we think, then we're gonna talk about the story line.
I think the pre-title sequence is very, very drawn out. I think it should have been a bit. Sorry.
Oh wait, viewers. Where was I? We're gonna talk, and at the very end, we're gonna like rate the episode and each character, like how they act, like his power and all that. So, start with Ed. What did you think of the episode?
It was pretty good.
Let's talk about your first opinions of it.
My first opinions were it was pretty good, and they haven't changed.
Obviously,
So-
it's only been about an hour since the episodes actually just came out, so why would they change?
Exactly. So very intriguing episode, very entertaining. Great start. It was a great introduction to Bill. I thought very good character, Bill. Thought she's been written quite well, quite realistically. So yeah. Adam, thoughts?
I think it was a very good episode. Harrison Cope and Ollie were very good. Oh wait,
Hey, wrong episode.
The wrong water episode. If you want to know what that water episode was, it was Powder Water. There's from Harrison Cope's channel, written by me and Harry Cope around about 16. There's your free promotion of the
No
thing.
unnecessary advertisement.
Shut up, you. If James can do it, I can do it.
Okay,
Anyway,
so
I thought it was a good introduction. I think it was much better than last year's Magician's Apprentice and that, which I still think is a little bit. I thought it was all right, but I just think this one introduced the characters, the Doctor, the enemies a lot better. I just don't like how they use the Daleks in very early. That's not a spoiler. Like they use them. If you know. Like, even if you read like Doctor Who magazine, they just spoil it. Really, I just got spoiled from Doctor Who magazine because I just read it on Monday.
Oh, so I guess it's my turn. I feel like it's a fresh start in Doctor Who. Would you all agree on that? It's a fresh.
Yeah,
start.
yeah. I think Doctor
Oh,
Who.
Jericho hasn't watched the episode yet.
Pardon?
The time zone.
Oh, mate,
Hasn't come out.
Jericho, mate, just go back to sleep and then just go watch it tomorrow. Okay. It's Easter Sunday, anyways. Just go back.
I'm sorry for your loss.
I'm
sure someone will put it on the
I'm sorry for
internet
your loss.
illegally.
I'm sorry for your loss, Ed. You're not sorry for your loss because you're not the Sand Chief. You're not from the Sarah Jane Adventures.
Okay, I'm still on my turn, guys. I just like the whole episode in general. Nardal was a bit iffy.
I think he was better than Husbands, but I think he's still.
He
I
wasn't
think
as bad as Return. No, what's it called? Return Doctor Mysterio. But
To be honest, he didn't really do much in the episode, did he?
Nardole, yeah, he didn't do much.
It was kind of a Doctor and Bill focused episode.
Obviously, it would have to be Doctor and Bill because you're reintroducing the Doctor and you're introducing Bill. So Nardole being the third companion, you kind of had to really shove. You didn't have to really shove him out of the way, but it was kind of like what was I going to say? The Girl in the Fireplace, where kind of it was a Doctor story, but they shoved Mickey out of the way since he was the new companion.
But there's one question. You know that doorway, right?
Yeah. Which
I
one?
feel like that's coming back in the series because
It will come back in the series. Moffat's writing episode 6, so it'll probably be coming in episode 6.
And then there's that shot of him like stepping down from it, and it completely different lighting, and we didn't see that shot there. So
yeah, it's going to be in
definitely
episode 6. It's because if Moffat's writing episode 6, it's definitely going to be back to that place, unless it's like in James Matheson's episode, which may not happen. Which, if you've read Doctor Who magazine, it doesn't happen. So it's definitely going to have to be episode 6.
So let's talk about the first scene. About the first.
The pre-title sequence.
Not before that, like when Nardole opened door for Bill. So
That was the pre-title sequence. That was literally what.
So Ed, you start off because it goes Ed, Adam.
doing what?
Just talk about the first scene and basically do a little review.
Well, the first it starts off with the uni and then Bill walking in, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And sitting down, then she hears the Doctor playing the guitar.
That bit
And
felt a bit.
It felt a bit Series 9-ish. It felt like they were still using that for Series 9, but I think that was one of the complaints I had with Series 9. The Doctor using instruments, it really changed Capaldi's character, which is the one thing I hate about Series 9, but I didn't mind him here, by the way. Just
Yeah, it felt a bit
out
iffy.
of place.
Oh, James said John Simmons is behind the door. That's my theory. Great. Back to
Yeah, he probably is.
Just gonna ignore that theory then.
just ignore
No,
that.
it's James Riley's behind that door, isn't it, really?
I know what it is.
It's Harrison Cope, isn't it? Oh, come on, I mean that Harrison Cope.
God, no, I don't want him to open it. Right, okay.
Let's just let's all just talk about the scene. Nardole.
Oh,
It's just not. Obviously, Nardole's a robot,
Not lucky.
and he just.
Yeah, I'm unlucky.
I kind of like the scene, but I don't. I have mixed feelings about the first scene. Maybe it's just me getting back into Doctor Who. Back into the Doctor
I
Who.
think it's the long way that kind of gets you back.
But halfway through it, I was like, "Yeah, this is Doctor." But it felt slow and just. It doesn't feel as amazing as Doctor Who, like Stephen Moffat, all them said in the promotion.
Yeah,
But
of course.
It's still a decent episode. It's not horrible as what Adam thought it would be.
Of course, yeah.
But it's not like I say it's the strongest, one of my favorites, but it's a good opener.
Yeah.
Um,
Shall I?
Yeah, you should talk about.
Because you skipped over me.
No, I
Right.
found out you should talk about a group. Just talk about.
Right. So my thoughts. They shouldn't have had it. It kind of. Yeah, they shouldn't have had it. I think there's a better introduction when they actually meet after the pre-title sequence. So I think it should have been like like Smith and Jones and Partners in Crime, how they just start without pre-title sequence, and just go into the episode by itself, because it kind of ruins like the mystery of how's the Doctor and Bill going to meet the Doctor each other? Oh wait, no, it's just something funny about that. I think no, it was alright. Yeah, I think it doesn't explain much, but I just think it was. I think it was just a bit wasteless because just kind of ruined all doing that.
Also, before Adam carries on, we've got a question from the Ninth Doctor. I'm trying a few comments and
From the Ninth Doctor, but I bet it's going to be.
What's your favourite reference from the Ninth Doctor? I think he talks about this episode. What's your guys' favourite reference?
Uh,
Well, Vellans. Well, they're not really a reference. They are there, but I just think it's just the Mo Vellans themselves. I think it's a really good kind of callback to like an underrated classic Who story, Destiny of the Daleks, which is
What?
underrated because everybody thinks it's crap. But well, thank God for the Movans, because I think if you've ever seen Destiny of the Daleks, they're not very good in there. But I think it was cool to see them dead. Also, the blood reference was cool, like with the eyes and that.
So Ed, what's your favorite reference in the episode?
I like the pictures on the Doctor's desk and like the classic.
Oh yeah, Susan River Song. I didn't like that. I think, yeah, because then what about Queen Elizabeth I? Nah, like he's had too many.
They just get the main ones of what the Doctor's thinking, because obviously River Song has been lately on the Doctor's mind after Return.
Yeah, and husbands.
I'd just say I don't know. My favorite reference, it's probably I just like the sonic screwdriver idea because it came up. I don't know, it's just
in the I thought that was a bit cool because
I mean they're not. Yeah. It was there, but I mean it's not overdone. I just like it there. It's just not horrible. It's just like what's it called, Asylum of Daleks. That was bad fan service, but this is just. Oh, we've got a new comment. I loved how we're still not finished the first scene yet. No. I loved how. Okay, so my opinion. We kind of talked about Nardal's robot.
I don't think he's a robot. I think he was just carrying those, there, and then he just dropped it.
Like when his arm moved upwards, it made like a robotic noise.
No, but I think he was just playing to the fact, and he was trying to trick Bill into being a robot. So, yeah, because in the rest of the episode, he doesn't really move like a robot. So, he was obviously just trying to fake Bill to be a robot.
Yeah. So let's talk about the Doctor and Bill's like, why are you going to? Because my theory, Ed, that I said she didn't meant to go to what's it called the lections and
the lectures, yeah.
I was correct, but they could have explored a bit her like sneaking in, but either way, it was still good. What do you guys think about her that conversation?
It seemed a little bit too kind of I wasn't so Hollyoaksy, yeah. Not you two watch Hollyoaks, but it seemed a bit too like, someone's talking down and saying, why are you here? And he kept asking, it just didn't really work as well. Yeah. Just felt out of place.
I just feel like the beginning of, I know we got back into it, but I feel the beginning was the only problem of the episode. In my opinion, I think it was just the beginning.
Yeah, I think, again, my problem was the pre-title sequence really wasn't needed there, and they could just start there. I mean, I think the episode's like about 5 minutes longer than the usual episodes. I don't know.
So Ed,
what should BBC iPlayer in case it's on now? It should be on now.
So Ed, what do you think of the beginning, that conversation of the Doctor inviting her and all that?
I think, honestly, it's like a good way to get the Doctor and Bill together as like characters. Not like together as in like boyfriend and girlfriend. But
don't say that.
It's a new sort of different friendship.
I think it's a good way to get them.
Yeah, the episode. Sorry, I was going to say the episode is about 5 minutes longer than it is. So I think they should just cut that 5 minutes thing. Oh, it's available for 3 months, right? Okay, so even if I wasn't going to see it.
And also, I know we talk about this later, but my theory was right about they jump different time zones, like the Christmas hats and all that, like Pond Life and all.
Yeah,
I was correct on that.
Well, they don't jump different time zones; they more jump to different places.
Yeah,
which I think was a great introduction to kind of getting the the TARS out of the way and not having like about 2 episodes worth of, this is the past, this is the future, even though we are going to have that it's in the next 2 episodes. I think it was probably a bit better than just doing that just like slowly, which I think was a little bit by the time like Clara had started doing that, I think it was a little bit too just like overused, like, we're going to do this and that, but Bill, you get a couple of trips beforehand.
So I'm just looking at some pictures of because I'm on BBC iPlayer, so I can just talk about each.
Oh, me too. Yeah, I'm gonna do I'm gonna try and watch it again.
Oh my, come. So, what's next? After the titles, they always use that. It's not my favorite titles, but
Oh yeah, they used the titles again, and I was like, oh my god, can you not use these again? But they'll have to use them again because they are really now compiled these. But I really wish they kind of had them. But I really wish they kind of had they had enough time to kind of do it. And I was thinking, obviously not at Christmas because they usually don't. But Chibnall's gonna have them. Chibnall's Doctor's gonna have them.
I am looking forward.
There was yeah, and there's a really lazy The Pilot title in there because it was called a different title, but until about 3 weeks ago.
I rather like Steinhai because it actually makes more sense. We did hear the pilot in the episode, but not like it.
I think the Star on the Eye was a little bit too spoilerish. Like I heard that I read in the Doctor Who magazine that Stephen Moffat only changed it because Mark Gatiss said he was part of an ITV show and he didn't like it. I think it was. I think it would have been better if he just watched it and then like, oh right, I can change the title now because it's a bit more spoilery. Because then if you see it like it's a Star in our eye, and I'm thinking, oh yeah, it's either Bill or it's either this character.
Oh, we got a new comment before we carry on. Talk about what do you think of the Sonic in comparing to the others? I think that's right.
Oh yeah, he used that bottom section of the Sonic, didn't he?
Oh yeah.
At one point, like at the Dalek, he held it like kind of like sideways,
and which I think is cool. Which I think is cool because I think it's not making the Sonic boring as usual.
It makes it unique in a way. And I think it's a really cool feature that they've had.
Of course, yes.
I'm just going to that now. Yeah, the bit where like all the sticky out bits, it glows.
Yeah. I think everybody's done that already on fan films, so I think it's kind of cool to see the Doctor doing it. Did you do that? Have you done that yet? Not a spoiler fan series, but have you done that yet?
No. But it's so cool.
Let's try not forget about each scene.
Of course, yeah.
So after titles, I like the camera shots, like seeing each day and all that really fast just to get into it.
Yeah, it would bore anybody.
I mean, the Doctor's teaching. I wanted a bit more of that. It was just
kind of a bit rushed. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I thought Bill meeting Heather at that party thing, and they just stopped. I would have thought, would they actually talk, not just standing?
I think it was like a freeze frame moment.
No, I think it was something. It was to make the thing weird and kind of like, oh, it's a first meeting. How would it go? And like our first meetings, I think people wouldn't really talk to each other like straight away at the first meetings. I think some people would just stare into each other's eyes, and yeah.
So, but I thought because it was emotional near the end of them, Heather and Bill. I thought they could have did a little build up, like them talking or something, but
they could have had them spend a bit more time together, just so you could like.
It's just, I think it would have been better if they. That's what. Oh, right. Can I complain about one thing about Heather before we kind of get? Right.
Yeah.
I hate the thing that Stephen Moffat always does with his villains. Right, the villains always repeat lines of like the people who talk to them, like the signs of the library, right?
Yeah.
How the monsters repeated lines and that. That was scary at first. And then they did it like in the lodger and that, and I think it was scary. It's not scary anymore, Stephen. You stop doing that.
And some moments just did remind me of when she was outside with Heather. I don't want to talk about much more of that scene because we will talk about that in a sec. Yeah. But it does make me think of Midnight and Waters of Mars.
Oh yeah, Midnight. Yeah, Midnight.
No, it's just
really more of the Waters of Mars than Midnight because it's more watery and that. Mm. But I was even shouting, "It's that flood! It's that flood!"
Yeah, I wanted that, but.
I wanted the I wanted the flood. Like,
what even was the water thing? Because we heard it talking later in the series. It's like
I think it is probably supposed to be the It's probably.
I mean, they could have developed the monster bit. I mean, come on, some shots when it spoke in that puddle thing, that was quite good, and it got near the end.
No, I think that kind of ruined it really because it was like, oh, it's, pilot acquired and that, and it, no, there, George, see the pilot.
Yeah, I heard it when it came out. So now let's go back. So the camera shots. Let's just talk about the camera. How they did different shots. Did Ed? Because you like filming and all that more than Adam never experienced in his fan series.
Got your faith, me. I have done good shots before.
Okay, you did a few, but Ed, what do you think about how they filmed it?
Very fast-paced. I think that's quite good because it makes it more exciting in some ways. Quick cuts between different angles, which is quite nice. I did quite like it because there were some slow parts and then some fast parts, so it kind of made a nice variation throughout the episode.
I didn't like the fast parts when the monster, there was like, I think they sped up the footage when the monster was like coming towards the screen and that. I didn't like that. I was a bit flimsy.
The monster coming towards the screen.
Yeah, but the TV screen. I didn't even like the screen. Right, like the TV screen. Like, where it was trying to go rah and that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I felt that was a bit flimsy and just like, oh well, how do we make the monsters more scary? Just do that.
So next, so let's talk about the scene where. Alright. I'm just looking at. Oh, so Bill follows Nardole and the Doctor. Some moments like that makes me think of like Russell's era a bit, but
This is supposed to be
like a follow
error episode.
I mean, they didn't do it. They companions like Clara and Amy. It just doesn't like feel. Well, especially like Bill's reaction to TARDIS. We talk about in a sec. They didn't do well with Amy and Clara, but this is like an episode that I feel like you finally had a good opener companion story since, I don't know, Donna. That's my opinion.
No, that would have been the Runaway Bride, not Parts and Crime. That was. Yeah.
Well, Martha.
I think when I was seeing though Bill being like a bit of a Martha thing, I think she's kind of still is. In a way.
Okay. So let's talk about when Nardole's there. Just I think because it's a family show. There's a few characters that relate to different audience, right?
Yeah, of course. You need the monsters. You need the monsters to scare the kids and the.
Nardole's definitely for the children. So I can understand why Steven did it, and I can understand like. Other characters are to others, but I mean, we just had to wait what Chris written. But I feel like Steven's done a good opener since I'm thinking of I like deep. Let's talk about that in a sec. We keep got a lot of comments. Oh, he used a lot of Heaven Sent stuff, music lines and shots.
They used Amy's theme. I remember in the TARDIS scene, which I'm watching right now. They used Amy's theme. Even Harry was saying, "Oh, they used Amy's theme." I was like, "Oh, okay, cool."
But so let's go. When Bill followed them into their tunnel, did you like that bit of dialogue, or just how they filmed it? Just that scene in general.
I liked the scene in Bill's apartment when there was like the shower bit. I like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking they were going to do the cycle thing where she screams, but
sorry, we keep getting
sidetracked.
Different scenes we need because we are only going to do scenes, good scenes, like not like walking, like that. We just talk about important scenes. And then we go talk about rating the episode and characters. So with Bill, I just like that moment where Bill just follows Dr. Nardole. It just felt, I don't know. I just like that moment. What do you guys? I start with Adam because you get a good out of it.
sorry, I thought it was good because it gave a little bit of suspense, like, and it showed off the door, and it was like, oh, has this door got the monster in, or it can't be the puddle, it's the puddle, and that. And I think, yeah, no, I think it was really good. I think the friends only line was pretty funny, yeah, because you do need that Facebook line there. But, yeah.
So, Ed, what do you think? We need to keep this excitement keep going. So, Ed,
What do I think about what?
the scene where they're like in a dark alleyway, or so
They're in the dark tunnel below the
The
university, and Bill's fold them.
I thought it represented her character. She's quite inquisitive.
Like, should we want to know stuff?
I like
Very interested.
one thing I like the most in the episode is Bill. In general, I think we can all agree that, right?
Yeah. I think.
I feel like it's just fresh. It's a fresh new start.
Actually, no. I think the best part of the episode was the TARDIS.
Yeah, I think just Bill's reaction to it. That's my best.
No, I think the reveal of the TARDIS was probably the best thing in the episode. Plus that
And just-
suture.
And just Bill talking most about. Well, I know I want to talk about it, but we got to finish this scene. But just let's just stop talking that scene because we keep getting a bit distracted. So she meets Heather. Heather's like sitting on a bench.
Yeah.
And that just scene where they see the puddle, and I was right in my theory that puddle, something goes into it. I knew a lot of these theories are coming true for the first time ever.
Very scary.
So let's just talk about that scene in general. Ed, then Adam, and then me, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
You forgot Ed.
Ed.
What?
Ed.
Nope.
What?
Why are you listening?
Shall
We're
I
talking
talk?
about
Then? Shall I talk?
Yeah.
Then?
Oh. Ed, listen. What type of things are you talking? And then you know what to say.
So what was you talking about? Sorry, I'm a bit.
We're
We're
talking
talking
about
about the Heather scene. We're talking about the Heather scene.
in the first Heather scene with Bill on the beach, up to she sees the puddle.
Oh, okay. It was great to kind of introduce another character. I just think because we don't know who Heather's going to be. She's competent. I think that's really good because she's caring for people because she can, and she's got a foster mom and that who's trying to care for her so she can try to care for someone else. And when Heather was kind of talking, I kept thinking she's going to be the alien, isn't she? She's going to be the alien. And then she was, but apart from that, like, I'm just going to say, like, it was really good. Some of the writing was really good, like, but as soon as Heather talked, I thought she's the alien. She's the alien.
Ed, what do you think of that scene?
Was it me or did Heather was she like overtaken by like the alien the whole time? I swear it was when like Bill walked
No,
around.
it was
She
afterwards. But it
always seemed like a really dead character. Like she had like no emotion like at all throughout the whole thing.
What about that starring eye? That's the main, because we never see an actual human with that, right?
we do, just like not as Heather, which was just afterwards.
Well, I never see that. In real life. So, I guess we just talk about the scene all together. The puddle, I already knew. It was I feel like it's a safe episode. It's not like the best, but I mean, the storyline of it was at the beginning. That certain scene, I feel like, the story's actually I'm quite excited. And then you know what normal Stephen Moffat does, he ends up not making it amazing, as we saw in this episode. I mean, you know what I mean, Adam, right?
Yeah, of course. Like,
But the puddle,
he's
I was
not-
like,
he's not playing just like doing another Heaven
Oh.
Send kind of thing, but he's really kind of he's just really trying to play it safe and go, yeah, we're trying to introduce these characters and that.
if he went too amazing, it would have got like a lot of viewers staying on. I mean, it got you to stay on again, so that's one positive thing about this. But that scene, the puddle, it was good. But I'm just forgetting because each scene, like, oh, Bill looks at her reflection. I just say,
Yeah.
when I was watching it, I need to watch it clearly on iPlayer. But
Of course, yeah.
the reflection, it just looked the same when I saw it. She just looked the same.
Yeah, it really kind of, you have to like, zoom in to notice kind of things. Like, it's not clear at first, but once you watch it again.
When we do our overall on Tom Who Wins, when it comes back,
yeah.
we-
When's that coming back, George? Like, December?
well, my fan series might be done.
It's coming back in like 16 years after Russell T Davies gets it back, mate.
Yeah. Oh, whatever. Oh, you sent me something. No. Oh. Maybe. He's just showing me some thumbnails. I'm just looking at certain scenes. Oh, now it's Christmas time. Christmas.
Oh yeah, I don't know why they went to Christmas for some reason. Like,
They
that should have been cut out.
they could've actually went to-
That's another scene which I think should have been cut because it does nothing except for, oh yeah, it's Christmas.
I feel like she just gave a present. To...
Shut up, Ed. I know you. I just always spell your name like that.
Well, that's definitely not. We're gonna use the thumbnail now. But
Well, I
feel
can
like
definitely. I can change
that's
it
the
now.
start. I like the Doctor and Bill's relationship in the first episode. We can see how it develops in later in the series. And I'm quite excited. I quite like that certain scene. But we have to keep going further because we won't be here for much. Oh, one big moment we forgot. It's that certain scene where the Bill notices TARDIS and say, how'd you get that in there? What do you think of that certain scene? I like that.
Yeah, it's a
I've
bit
got
funny.
opinions
Yeah.
towards it, really. It's a good scene. It helps with the storyline, I guess.
I mean, it feels really realistic, this Bill's character. I mean, if newer viewers come in, I can tell it's not relying on like past stuff like Series 9, Series 8.
Yeah, I think it's off the nostalgia and it's really getting people more introduced into the series, like, because I think like Capaldi's series openers apart from this one have been more, you kind of got to watch the show beforehand and not really introduce the series to new people, which I think this one does more. Like they don't introduce the Daleks until around about 40 minutes into the episode instead of like, well, they did that with Magician's Apprentice, but they didn't really kind of,
Introduced.
they didn't really kind of like take a step back and say this is the Dalek and that. They were like, oh, these are Daleks.
I would have wanted her reaction to be a bit more something. I don't know, but it's Daleks nowadays. Maybe
Yeah,
Christopher
they're
Pratt.
overused.
I mean, I'd rather have them cameos like Win and Forever Song and this, rather have references, and then we get a proper episode in like, I don't know, in a couple years. Would you all rather have that as a Dalek?
Yeah, something like how Russell did in the specials, where he kind of did like where it was
Flashback.
like the last episode he did was like in Journey's End, and then you didn't see them until like Victory of the Daleks, but you saw a cameo of them just to represent the story a lot better. But this one kind of was more like, we have to use them. How we do it?
Oh, I only need 2 more subscribers to get 600. Just saying. Sorry,
Free promotion. Why? Don't.
I just had to do that.
You have.
I'm just looking at a few more scenes. Oh, she talks about. I just want to go through. Oh, she talks. Oh yeah, let's talk about one moment about Bill and her mum and just the photos. I think Peter's been too. The doctor's been too nice to her.
Well,
He
no,
did shout at her.
I think the
Yeah,
last
near
moment
them,
where it's
but
like,
at
"Oh,
the
get out
beginning-
before I change my mind." That was good because I think it did show off that Peter still had that bit of Series 8 inside him, but it's still not the Series 8 character I want.
We all want that.
Who knows?
but-
Though we've only had one episode though. He may change. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he may.
I
He
can't
may
tell-
well.
I feel
we
like
got-
he
we
might
got
do that in
11
a,
more episodes.
I feel like he might do in the finale, but I don't. He's definitely not going to do
Yeah,
it in
he's
the
definitely gonna do it in the finale, definitely, because it's his last chance he can really do it.
I think he's going to put all
Yeah.
his effort into the last episode.
Yeah, in the last episode. Definitely.
Mm.
But why are we talking about episode 12?
We need to talk about. We need to talk about. Bill. It's like more developing with Bill with seeing photos of her mum and the doctor just take photo and just. What do you think that?
Why was the doctor then taking photos?
I think he was.
That'll
Just,
probably be in episode 6 as well. I think that'll probably be in episode 6 as well. But I think it's kind of a feature thing to say, oh, well, we're coming back to this near the end.
wait, why is all?
I was thinking, I was thinking when she said, "Oh, my mum doesn't like to take photos," I was thinking, yeah, she's probably her mum, like kind of how Awesome Pink and is.
Wait,
Because-
wait, I just noticed something. You know Stephen Moffat from like Amy. Let's forget. Her parents were gone. Let's forget about Big Bang. And then Clara as well. Her mum was gone, and then they do it. This I just feel like Stephen Moffat does the same thing. A bit, just a bit. I just noticed, but it doesn't really matter. Let's get that. All right, scene. She's with. Oh yeah, the promise bit where we see. What's her name? One with the side of her eye, Heather. Promised, and
Heather.
then about underwater. Talk about the visual effects about her underwater. Do you think it was average effects and all
Yeah, it was. They were kind of like.
They did all right because they have to do 12
Yeah,
episodes.
they did it
obviously.
right, but
They have to do
I
12
felt like
45-minute episodes, so.
it wasn't 45. It was 50.
Well, on average, 12 45-minute episodes.
Yeah. But, Well, 13 because they've got the Christmas special as well.
Yeah,
Sorry.
she says promise, and then we see her underwater. Oh, this is a one great moment. You know when Bill talks to the doctor about Heather, and then she said something about the puddle, and then we see the doctor just run out of there. We just see that
No,
shot.
that was funny. That was a bit funny because I was like thinking, oh well, he's going to stay there. He's going to stay. Oh no, he's just running away. Okay.
Oh, I just like that. He
There's
just.
one bit that they stole off Power of the Water. However,
What is that?
the bit where he picks up a bit of the water and you see the water in a flask. You think you stole from someone else, mate? No, it really is from Power of the Water. I think. Hell no.
I'm just waiting a certain scene where the doctor just walks out. Come on, come on, just talk. Sorry, guys, if you wait. Oh, got it. The doctor just walks out, runs. I like that moment.
Well, you
Wait,
just this off.
you're wearing a different costume. Wait,
I don't like this hoodie. This hoodie's a little bit like trying to be modern.
oh yeah, and he just wears. Does he wear like 2 or 3 costumes in this episode?
I think he does. Yeah, he wears one and then another because he changed. I think he changed. He changes in the TARDIS scene. Remember?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he does, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Does he wear his impressive coat?
Yes, the one that I'm using for the thing.
Oh, there's a commenter. I think Missy wasn't really the same master, or maybe the master from the past traveled to the future.
Let's not talk about that because that's coming soon with Hulu, and we're still on scenes now.
Yeah, sorry. There was a commenter. I have to engage with the audience.
But sure, we're not talking about it until we'll
Okay.
leave them.
So let's talk about the Doctor and Bill's the puddle scene. Let's say the puddle scene.
Muddy
Talk about
puddle.
sci-fi and just a lizard.
Bloody puddles,
Did
yeah.
you hear the thing saying like, oh, like think twice, like before the Doctor Who? Did you hear the thing like think twice before you jump in puddles with Doctor Who tonight? You know, like that bit where they have like that guy talking pre-episode.
Yeah.
No? Yeah.
Oh, the continuity announcements.
Is it the continuity announcement?
They call continuity announcements where they're like.
It just reminded me of Peppa Pig.
Oh, you mean in the rear? Yeah.
Make sure you jump before you jump. I don't know. I don't know. Just
I
thought
was,
I'd
I was
put that
thinking, why wasn't the Doctor referencing Peppa Pig? Because they were talking about puddles, and I thought, oh yeah, mother puddles.
I just come out. What do you think about?
What they talked about people pissing.
Okay. We
Oh,
get your comment in the Night Doctor. He talks about the memory, but we talk about that later if you keep watching.
Yeah.
So the bit a lizard in your head. What? Some bits are like too comedic. Some of them are serious. I mean, it's an average. That scene was all right. I felt like that. I just not big. It feels about. It just feels a bit off. Out of character of the Doctor some moments. I have no idea. Ed and Adam, I think you should talk about that scene because I want to talk about a great scene later.
What scene we talk about?
When you know the Doctor Bill Gnosis talks about the puddle, then she talks about sci-fi and the lizard in your head. Do you remember that scene?
Oh yeah, I was thinking
she
they
saw it
were
on
probably going to
Netflix.
reference like a sci-fi show, like the X-Files and that, and I was like, she's not Izzy from bloody Doctor Who comics.
She
Hey.
may have seen it on Doctor Who.
No, I think Doctor Who doesn't.
Inception.
I was thinking, yeah, sci-fi. I was thinking she's either seen Battlestar Galactica.
I was thinking more like Stranger Things for some reason.
I've never seen Stranger Things. I don't know why.
You know
but-
Netflix.
I don't know why. I just think I missed
She
it.
said it was on Netflix, so
I've got Netflix, but I don't want to see it. Not yet.
We're talking off. We still got a few more scenes to talk about.
Yeah, of
but
course.
only 9. So, in general, did you think that scene was a bit off for Doctor Who?
Yeah, I was thinking, we're not gonna have another fan kind of thing. Like, I'm a sci-fi fan. I must like everything, but I'm gonna just play it straight. Not.
So let's move on because we keep
Distracting ourselves. Yes.
yeah. So the scene where I think Ed wants to talk about the bit where she gets to her flat and then
that's a cool scene.
I think Ed wants. I think it's because me and Adam been talking a lot. I think could this scene just be with Ed because I think Ed has a lot to say about the scene.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Right, where
just
do
doing
I
something with the
start? Pretty much, it's if you didn't know what it is, it's the bit where Bill gets home and she hears someone in the shower, even though her foster mother's out. Like she's getting like hammered. And stuff.
I'm at a pub.
Yeah.
I'm at a pub.
So and then Bill's like, "What the fuck?" So then she gets an umbrella to protect herself, and then she tries to take matters into her own hands. And it's a very tense scene because I thought it was going to be the girl there, going to be there, and then she's going to be, oh, fuck, and then run out. But then there was no one there, and then she still ran out.
I think it was going to be kind of like, as I was saying, like Psycho. Has anybody seen the movie Psycho? I have.
No.
It's where, there's the famous scene where the woman... Yeah, the shower scene. I was thinking that was going to happen, but nope. Didn't have that.
But I thought the girl was going to be there, like just standing there in the shower and water dripping all down her. Bill, and then she was going to like attack her in the shower, like in like the bathroom, maybe.
Yeah.
Bill manages to escape and then runs out to the doctor. I thought that was going to happen, but then it was kind of a bit more just oh, okay, never mind. But I thought it was a very good scene, nevertheless.
Yeah, nevertheless.
Very interesting. George, opinions?
My opinion. It would just felt a bit back to creepy moment into Doctor Who. I mean, obviously we all grown up, we don't feel as scared, but we feel there was a moment where I was just holding my cushion. Well, not holding bit my chest.
Wait, what was the cushion?
I thought there was
I thought I was going to be doing that.
because I don't like jump scares. Jump scares like
I like jump scares, but they are not.
I mean, I like them, but I just like some of them are like because I never felt that since back in Russell's era. I mean, I don't know what season it was, but I was quite young. But you know, it still felt me. I was like gripping my seat. And I was like, and then we found out it's nothing. And then we see the star in her eye. I was like, wow. I think that's one great scene of the episode. Adam, your thoughts?
I've said it already. It's kind of like I thought it was going to be the cycle scene, but I wasn't scared at all this episode. I'm never really scared anymore. Like I can watch Blink and not be scared of that anymore. But my sister was scared. She was like jumping. She was like like a jump like that, but I wasn't.
Oh my god! Look, have you read my theory yet, or you're just thinking about? You guys. Let's talk about a scene, and then when you guys talking, I will read your comments. Okay? So who's watching? I will read your comments in a sec. Let's talk about the scene. Oh, I remember. I had to watch BBC iPlayer. So Bill goes into the school. I don't think if it was real, I don't think he would have think he's gone. But I feel like there's something that makes her think he's still there for some reason. Example, you see a teacher that you probably like, and then you wouldn't think they would go home, right? It just feels a bit.
Yeah.
And then it felt a bit more.
Oh, kind of like Super Reunion, how there's a line in that scene, like, oh, do you think, how you think the teachers are, set in the school? That's the line for you thinking of. Sorry.
Okay, so, so she, that scene. Okay, you know what scene I talk about where the Doctor, before we go to that first harder scene, up to
Which
that.
is my favorite scene of the episode.
Yes, same here. And that was actually on that thing that you don't want me to spoil.
Yeah.
So the chair, the water coming out. Ed, your thoughts?
I'm not sure really.
Talk about it.
I don't know.
Adam, you go first.
Yeah, okay.
And then
I really wanted them to kind of mention the flood or something like that, saying don't touch the water, not one drop. I wanted that mentioned, but they didn't do it. And then it was like, oh, well, that's a Russell kind of. Stephen probably writing it was like, and they're trying to give a Stephen Moffat. Oh, that's a Russell thing. That's a Russell thing. I cannot touch this. This is a Russell thing. Even I can touch everything I want. This is a Russell thing that I cannot touch. But I think they should have had a reference to that, because otherwise you're gonna have to make the reference of yourself. So I think it was an underwhelming scene just because they didn't mention something that I really kind of liked. Yeah. Even part of the water and stuff, but even have part of the water references to water miles. Come on. There's my free portion of the day.
Dr. Smile review.
Oh, that's for the next week. I just wanted to do typos.
That's funny. Well, okay, Ed, what do you think?
Is this the scene where they're on the Dalek ship thing?
No, this is a bit early on. Like you're talking about 40 minutes into the episode, we're talking about 20 minutes in.
Which scene is this?
The one where they're in the thing and it's the chair and then she comes out of the door and then it's just before the TARDIS scene.
Oh, the bit where she comes like the water comes under the door.
Yeah, that's it.
Very tense. Good.
No, I didn't think it was tense. I just thought, why didn't they do reference? They did references all over the place, but not to that.
I may have to go soonish, by the way. Just.
Oh, well, as soon as you be leaving, tell us the rates of each character now. But where was I? Next scene. My opinion.
Tell us scene. Oh, me and George's favorite scene.
I want to start talking about this scene first.
Okay. I was introducing the scene.
You be next, and then it's Ed. But this is one great scene because obviously we all like a moment where the companion sees the TARDIS for the first time. They didn't do well with Kalara's first time. Talk about Buzz and John.
Kalara's was kind of just rushed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely like, oh, this is the TARDIS, this is the blah, 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 we're in the episode.
And then they just buggered off into a plane. And we're just like, oh, okay, that's it.
And then
I was thinking when the companion comes in, it better be better than that. I think Amy's first TARDIS scene is probably still the best.
No, I'm not a big fan of Amy's.
Oh, okay, Martha's and Rose.
Yeah,
no, Martha's probably the best one.
Russell's.
Because I think, yeah, Russell's ones were always the best.
But get to my point. I thought this is the first Stephen best companion seeing the TARDIS for the first time, and I quite liked it. It was nowhere near. Well, it's close to what Russell's, but I just like her. I like that moment. Really, it's not much to describe, but I like that scene. Adam, you?
Really love that scene. It was a real kind of enjoyment in the middle of the episode. I think it was gonna happen. I thought it was gonna happen pretty much later in the episode, like 5 minutes into the door. It was like what they usually did with Russell's, like with Martha's introduction. I was saying like they did that about like 5 minutes before the end of the episode. I thought, oh, they're gonna introduce it to 5 minutes at the end of the episode. And I was like, no. They just did a middle bang. It's like, yeah, we all know this. And I was like, well, yeah, just because you need to introduce someone to the TARDIS again. I think it was probably the best chance to do it, and I think it's probably the best place as well. Even though it was pretty funny that she just wanted to go to the toilet.
No, she never went. She's been trying to burst for the whole episode, but she did go to the toilet, but that was quick. She didn't even. And the Doctor just goes into the woman's, and I was like, why would the Doctor?
Maybe before Smile, like the event of Smile, she probably goes to the toilet.
Yeah, maybe. Let's not talk about that moment. Ed, what's your opinions of that scene where Bill sees the TARDIS for the first time?
Very interesting, intriguing, exciting. It's just one of those like, oh my god moments. Like, cool. I don't know. I enjoyed watching it. Very good. I think it was
Me and Adam went into detail, and Ed's like, "Yeah, it's good."
She was very original about her thoughts and experiences of going inside the TARDIS for the first time.
Halfway through,
I also like how they did the bigger and the inside thing afterwards, because it would have been it was better.
Let's just talk about not just the scene, just the scene of her and the TARDIS and all time, all of that. She just thought the TARDIS was in another room and then they found out
that was pretty
it's good. It's a lift, and then she finally realised it goes. I mean, wow. And then she just realised it's big on the inside. Nardal is like human. Okay, I like that certain moment. It's like,
yeah, he's definitely, yeah.
There's a few moments I like about Nardal, and then a few moments.
We all thought he was going to be a bit crap, but I think we kind of started to grow to like him. I can still remember your first reaction to Nardo George, and that was like Nardo, no.
Yeah, but we need to go fast into it.
Because we've been here for an hour, and
So Bill, the water Heather following her. Good. A few moments are a bit creepy. Some moments are just cringy. But yeah, it's
Cringy.
but that doorway, I feel like I don't want it to make it sound like the story arc. I don't want it as the story arc. It might be, but I don't feel like it will be.
Yeah. No, I think again, like as I said, I think they're gonna probably do it in the next Moffat episode, which will be 6, and then they'll. Or it might be 12. It might be 12.
But
oh no,
we'll
guys,
just finish it.
guys,
what?
Nerf from Hell's done his review.
Oh god, let's not talk about it.
Also, there's Corners of Darkness from Peter Flower.
I may have to go in a minute or two, by the way.
Oh, okay. Before you go, Ed, can you talk about your ratings before anything? Talk about your ratings,
Well,
talk
I'm gonna
about
rate-
the Doctor, Bill, Nardal, obviously Heather.
I'm going to rate the characters out of 10.
Okay,
Alright,
no, Ed, Doctor, Bill, Nardal, Heather. You can't say Daleks because don't.
I was going to do
And then
that.
talk about the episode, okay?
Okay. Doctor. I'll give him a 9 out of 10. No, actually, I'll give him an 8 out of 10 because it's not like he hasn't got brilliant acting like in Heaven Sent or anything. I mean, it's nothing.
Obviously, you wouldn't have very brilliant actors, so you must have. Yeah, you have to give him an 8.
Bill, I'll give her a 9 out of 10. Very convincing. I think she was right for the role.
What was?
What?
What was What did you give Bill's rate? Yeah, Mark.
9 out of 10. Give him
Okay.
a 9 out of 10.
Nardal, I'll give Nardal a cheeky 7.
No, I was going to say cheeky 9 and 11.
No.
No. But
Yes.
he's growing on me. Definitely. I mean, I think brilliant. Not literally. Heather, I think she could have been developed more, so I'm going to give her a 6 because she wasn't really. I think they could have shown more time with Bill and Heather together, so a bit more character development before they killed her off.
Okay.
So I'm
Bill-
gonna give her a 6.
You know, this episode should be.
What
I
do you
think the episode should have been about an hour long, because then we would have had been more time with this stuff. I think it was probably rushed. So yeah, that's probably why.
Okay, so
I think they
and
must
your
have had. I
rate-
think often must have. Sorry.
and your rating. Ed,
Overall, I'm going to do it to one decimal place.
Oh,
I'm going to give this episode an 8.8.
6.666 out of 10. There you go.
No,
let's round it. Okay, so
I'm going to do it to 8.8 out of 10.
8 out of 8. Great, mate.
okay, so now let's talk about Ed. If Ed's still around here, at least we've got his ratings. Let's talk about them like trying to leave the water, Heather. Australia, just a moment where the Doctor just goes in the woman's like. I didn't even say like get out. It's just, but But let's just talk about the alien planet, the first one. That they talking and Bill. You know what scene I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
What do you think of that location, though? Because that's not like a big thing. 'Cause I want to talk to the Dalek bit first.
Oh, what are you talking about Australia? Because I think Australia is probably a bit flimsy.
Yeah, they just went to Australia randomly.
Yeah, because they didn't want to go to New York again, even though I've been to New York and it's definitely not what Doctor Who's ever done. Oh, okay, Central Park. I've been to Central Park and it was exactly like that.
So let's just move on to the Daleks bit. What those things? As I know,
Melons.
what the melons, whatever.
No, Bobellans.
Or whatever they-
Bellans.
Bobellans.
There you go.
Okay, what do you think of them? Because you're more classic. I think you and Ed are more classic than me.
It was good to see a reappearance of them. I thought, even though they were probably more for fan service and that, and yeah. But I think they were really kind of brought back, and well, they were only brought back for 2 seconds, but I thought it was good anyway.
Yeah. Ed,
Huh?
what Ed, you need to keep listening.
I'm multitasking.
What's the other thing you're trying to do?
I'm going over Doctor Who, the episode on BBC iPlayer as well.
What do you think of that fan service of the Bobellans? Is that right, Ed?
The Movellans, I mean, or something like
Yeah, whatever they're called.
They weren't really in it though, only for about 20 seconds.
Yeah, the Doctor, don't worry about them. And then the Dalek in general. One moment just made me think, no, the Daleks are just funny. He's like, no, I would know my Daleks. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, no, I'm done. After that moment, I just felt like Daleks are officially done.
They reused footage from the Friend from the Future thing.
Yeah, I know. I liked how they didn't.
They had to because it was part of the episode. But I just think they should.
I liked how they didn't include all of it though.
The Doctor is detected. That from time of the Doctor they did first.
I like how they didn't include the whole friend from the future thing. I think I liked how she said, "What's a Dalek?"
Friend
And he
from
said,
the
"Never mind."
future.
Instead
Did
of,
you just say friend from the future?
that's what it's called.
That's like an episode we know from the Brigadier.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, that fan series one that was really good from GW Productions. Doctor Who fan series Productions. There's your free promotion.
How many? James took me to get to 200 subs. Oh, it's 597. Please get to share my channel around to get to 200 and subscribe to these guys.
200? Don't you mean 600?
Oh,
You have to give it away.
Mate, 200. You've lost 400 a day.
Come on, let's get them down to 200.
no, give me the 600 or 1,000. Okay, back to the Dalek.
Let's get Ed to 200. Let's get Ed to 200.
Yeah, Ed to get to 200. Adam to get
Do you think I can manage? Adam can get to 12.
Get Adam to 720 quality instead of 144.
Shut your forward face, mate.
Okay, we get.
You haven't touched the thing that says quality and says 720.
Okay, let's talk about the Daleks.
Why did they go to the Dalek ship?
Because because they said, because they said, well, they need to run away from, the water thing. So they I think the Doctor just went, oh well, Daleks, because then, they said fire. So I thought
I was correct. She wasn't going to be a human Dalek. I already knew that. Everyone's like, oh no, she's a human Dalek. I already knew she wasn't. So I
wanted a human Dalek.
But the Daleks are I'm glad they wasn't in it that much, and that's what we really need by the Daleks more in a few seasons coming. But the Dalek effect, just going back to water, I like that moment. What do you think? Oh, there's Henry Dude Star. Hello. The Daleks. The Daleks were just filtered for an episode. Yeah, I agree. They were just for Steve Moffat to say this is a sequel to Friend from the Future. Okay, where was I?
Sequel. It's the scene is part of the episode. It was released first because they needed something for to introduce Bill. So they just went oh well, we'll just include the scene there. And then Steve was like, oh, well, I'll include this in the episode as I'm writing now. I've got the more villains in. Matt Gaither loves them.
Oh, bye, Ed. Thanks for your ratings and thanks for being here.
Goodbye, Ed, says Stephen Moffat.
It's been my pleasure, guys.
No, it hasn't.
I know.
Go away.
Bye, Ed. Thanks for being here. And say bye to the viewers. And
goodbye, everyone. It's been a pleasure. JK lol. All right, thanks for having me, George, on your channel.
Yep, you be not the
Yeah.
next one because promise Harvey and James be in the next one. I think
Ahem.
Adam, you might be on thin ice.
Mate, I'm not going to be doing the one in May.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We need to.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, guys, cheers for
I'll
having
do the. I remember I'll do the last.
me.
I'll do the last.
Bye.
Definitely, but
Bye, Ed.
Bye.
why can't you let me do the first two, then do the last two?
Also, guys, halfway through the series, I might stop halfway doing the reviews.
You shouldn't, but just kind of do them a bit smaller and don't include a lot more people.
Yeah, I won't talk about each scene as it is. But this is
Yeah.
our first episode. Now on to. Should we just skip to the mind bit? Or, let's just finish talking about the water. I just felt like how they ended that. I think they should have developed the monster even before it, because it felt like at that Puddleston I thought something good, and now it's just no. Oh, give me a minute. Okay, Adam, should we just get to the mind bit?
What's the mind bit again?
The mind bit where the doctor.
Oh, the mind bit. Oh, yeah, the mind bit. I thought you talking about a mind bit. I was thinking, there's no minds in this episode. Yeah, we're talking about. We'll skip to the mind bit, please.
There was a question earlier saying the Clara moment, and I already knew that when I was watching. I could understand.
Oh, I think they even said. I think one of the first rumors that was pointed out was, "Oh, Clara was going to be in series 10, episode 1," and then I think they probably cut that out.
Yeah, I felt like he almost remembered it. Like he said, "Shut up to everyone." They're like, I felt like
Yeah.
it felt like something was there, and that's why Clara's theme was there. I mean, that's like an easy reference. I mean, it was alright. Just feels like feels like she does have a character. Like I want to keep my memories at least for one. No, I like that moment. It feels like
I think this was the standout moment of Bill, but we still have another 11 episodes to see if she's going to be the best on it.
Yeah. Next, so that strong and Peter's like, no, shut up and all that. And close to the end. Just the last bit. The Doctor invites Bill.
Yeah, finally.
It's just that, and I was thinking of the moment where not Doctor. It also travels in time. I felt like there should have.
I was thinking of the Rose bit. I was thinking, yeah. He was probably going to say, and it also travels in time. Yeah. And I was also thinking that Doctor Who YouTube, the Doctor Who poop version, where it's like, I can't. I've got this big mug. Yeah, that was funny.
Okay. So before we just talk about what do you think of that next time trailer? Then straight to the coming soon trailer.
They should have just picked one, and then.
I mean, they could have just had the coming soon trailer.
They did have the They did say about the countdown, but I really think they should just kept the countdown and they've done the coming soon trailer afterwards. I think putting them both together was a little bit like, oh, he's next time, but oh wait, he's in the coming weeks as well. Like he's what's coming next after, next week.
Yeah, but now let's just talk about our ratings, and then
Yeah, done.
Okay, yeah. So the Doctor. You go. So let's both do our Doctor. Peter Capaldi's performance in the episode. What would you rate him?
8.
For me, I would give him a 7. I don't know why. I just felt like it wasn't his strong performance.
Yeah.
But Bill now.
I'm only counting the 9 and the 10 if he was like either his Heaven Sent persona or his Series 8 persona, which he isn't both of. So it's always going to have to be an 8 until he finally gets back to that.
Yeah. Now, Bill.
Yeah. 8.
I'm gonna give her a 9, but it's not a solid 9. So it's just got out of the 8. It just made it to 9, just barely.
Yeah.
I feel like she was what her TARDIS. I feel like I liked her. She was one.
Yeah, I think if she had a bit more standout moments, even though they would have kind of ruined her character a little bit, because there would have been no standout moments during the series, it would have been a 9. But
Oh,
yeah.
and there's also viewers just the Ninth Doctor. That's what his YouTube. He gives it the whole episode a 9 out of 10. Now for Nardal.
8. I think if he wasn't a bit, I mean, I don't think he has to be too comedic. I think he means like he's all right here, but I think there will be one episode in the series where it will go back to his husband's.
And I'm rating Nardal 6. I don't know. I still feel like I like the moment in Return to Doctor Mysterio moment where he does that speech, but that's like his high moment. But yeah. Now Heather, and then we're going to talk about, and then we're going to give our rating for the episode. Heather, the monster.
6, because I think like if this was an hour long, I think it would have been kind of more of a 9, because we would have had more time to kind of like get used to either of them. But since it wasn't an hour long, we didn't get time to do that. It kind of loses the villainous kind of side, like because we don't know the character blind.
Yeah. Now for me, Heather is a 5 because the beginning is when I thought the puddle and all that transfer. I felt that we were gonna have actually an average monster, and then it got more Bill, and it just felt like those moments where, example, your Zy. When I didn't like how you written Zygon because you just rushed the ending.
Yes.
It felt a bit like that. If you guys don't,
the Zygon who part in the Harry series more pre-promotion.
a fan film he written ages ago. I mean, it was going to go well, and then he just rushed it. Like the monster just didn't get time to finish, and the episode just didn't feel as good as we always wanted. I mean, it was the Bill storyline that followed. It could have had we don't really know all before it what they wanted, or like it could take over something. Just
Wait, what are we talking about?
I would just have a storyline.
I thought you were talking about the Zygon, the two-part Harry series.
Yeah. Now the episode in general, let's rate it.
8. I'm gonna rate this 8 because again, if it was an hour long, I'd probably say 9 or 10. And if Heather was a bit better, then I'd say probably a 9 or 10.
Well,
So it's only 8 because it's only 8 because it isn't enough.
I didn't like the beginning because I made it was hard to get back into.
Oh yeah,
it.
and also there should have not been a pre-title sequence with it.
I think
Possibly that would have, and that's the pre-title sequence is about 5 minutes, so I think it should, put that 5 minutes into, the character of Heather and that, and just go now.
And I like middle onwards, and I get it just structured well.
You start like the episode more middle onwards.
Yeah. After the titles.
Yes.
And I rate the episode a solid. I'm gonna give it. It's not. I would say a 7.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
And that's our review of the first episode, the pilot. So this might be one long. I think the finale will be much longer, as we have. I think we have like John Simpson finale, but
yeah. I don't know if he's in the finale. He might be in 6.
or whatever one he is. It's going to be quite long. But as my exams are coming over, reviews like these will be quite short. Or I might do the revision. If it's like,
or we might even have to do these on the Sunday instead.
Yeah. Well, I might even do all the revision before the thing, so I might do like 3 hours before it. But yeah. Either way, there's our review of the pilot. Tell us what you think, guys, before we exactly end it, because we need to end it in a few minutes.
Because I also need the toilet as well.
Yeah, same here. Review. And don't forget, we will be. I think Adam might be back. I don't know. I'm gonna.
Yeah, I'll kind of be back next week, and then
I kind of booked.
I'll be back next week, and then I'll stay off until around about the finale, like the last 2 episodes, because that's when me and George will be less busy.
Doing our exams and halfway series. But I'm gonna stop doing the previews. I know I might have said I would have done the previews, but it's gonna be too much exams coming up, so I'm just gonna do the reviews.
I think you can do the preview for next week's episode, and then that'll be it.
Yeah, I might do just Smile preview with Rebel. But thanks guys for watching. Thanks just all you lot that stayed. A lot of all the views. I know I could have read most of your comments. I read some of them, but thanks for the guys who've been watching the live stream. And if you want to be on a review later in the series, if I can't get Adam in that, please just add me on my social medias. Just comment after the live stream or any video, and we can talk.
But mind, you must not be like a little kid going. No.
Okay, so there's Adam and Ed's gone, but thank you for all your positive comments and and I hope you enjoyed it. Bye from Ed. Well, Ed's just said bye. And my friend sent me something, probably something weird. And bye from Adam.
It's goodbye from me.
And it's goodbye from me. Bye, and I will see you for episode 2. Smile.